Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Astro Assassin. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpie. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of this video, look in the description of the video and you'll see a link you can click on that'll take you to the timestamp of the Sharpie portion of the video. So I'll see you then. Those of you that are sticking around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself, and then we'll join everyone over in Sharpie Town. So first, I got to think of a good pose, and I think I got one. I think I'm going to do like a floating, ethereal, like just floating character. I mean, she looks, I don't know, something about her looks very magical, you know, like superhero-ish. So I think I'm going to have her just kind of floating, and we'll go from there, you know. So the nice thing about her too is she's pretty much what do you call it? Anatomy. You know, there's not much to her as far as what do you call it? Armor. God, I can't think of words. My words are not working right tonight. She's not, you know, armor or anything like that. So we just pretty much have to draw anatomy, and then coloring will take care of the rest. So let's see. I think I'm happy with this, and I think I'm just gonna have her kind of floating like this. Yeah, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's see. It's gonna go like that, then up. I gotta figure out how to draw it in this pose, because these characters that I draw, I'm not looking at this pose. I'm making this up, and that's the fun part about being able to draw and sketch as much as you want, and being able to draw whatever you're thinking of. Because, like I said, this doesn't exist in this pose. But I can look at the features from a screenshot of the store, and I can redraw it in this position. So that's kind of the fun part about being able to draw, and I want you to get there eventually, so you can do all this yourself. Is I get to imagine whatever pose I want and put them in it and draw it. So it's challenging because it's testing your skills, but it's fun because you get to do whatever you want. You are the artist. You are the controller. And you get to decide how it's going to look. So that's the most fun part about all this, is we get to make this, you know? Okay. So let's see. So now I'm happy with the legs. Now I want to think of some good arm pose. And I think just something like this. Oh, but you know what? You know what I do every time? And I've been talking about this lately. I draw the hands way too big. And so I have to reduce them down just a little bit to what I'm expecting to do, because it's got to be smaller. I always do it too big and it looks too weird. So I'm trying to work on that. Okay, now I like that. That's working out for me. Alrighty, and let's see. Alright, I like where that is. Okay, well, she's a skinny little character, isn't she? There's no meat on her bones. Okay, alright, so that part's done. Let me draw another arm out here real fast. I guess kind of floating, so this arm would be kind of out. Right, like if you're in a pool, think of it like you're floating in a pool. Your arms are just kind of floating out there, you know? That's kind of how I look at it, like she's flying, like she's in space, I guess, you know. I guess she is an Astro Assassin, so I guess there is a part of her that's, you know, space-ish. So that's how I'll look at it. Oops, so there we go. See, I'm drawing the hands way too big. Doing it again. I just get excited. I just get so excited. And it's like, ooh, this looks good. Ooh, this is fun, you know? So, again, I gotta just tone it down just a little bit. Alright, we're pretty much doing the same thing with each hand. We're just drawing it like that on each side, you know? Again, like she's floating in water. I guess that's how I'm looking at it. So let me zoom in on her head real fast and see how I can put some details here to finish this up, and we'll get going. And there's not too much we can do here, right? Because of this space helmet. And let's see, I guess I can draw her mouth. And that's pretty much it, huh? Okay, so do I have the helmet the way I want it? I think I do. So I think it's time. I think I'm gonna switch over now. Yeah, okay, let's go. So, welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Welcome back, kids. I was trying to think of something funnier to say, but shoot doop de loop. That's all I can think of. So I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. And I'm going to start off with the Sharpie pen just because it's finer than the fine point. Silly, but that's how life is. And I'm going to do just a few of these little details in here because I can control the thickness of the line width much easier with this than with the big Sharpie. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the mouth. I'm just going to give her a little bit of a smile like that. And then I can draw the lips up above it for the top lip, and then down below for the bottom, like that. And that's all I can really do for the face, so I'm going to draw the edges of this helmet like this. And I'm going to do the other side real quick, just so I'm matching. Because I'm trying to make it look as close to each other as possible. It's not. That's obviously thicker than this one, but that's okay. That is okay. I'm going to connect it right here in the middle. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the chin piece like this. Again, didn't quite come out as uniform as I was hoping, but that's okay. And I'm going to start to thicken the edges up, the outer edges of it, just because when I switch over to that big fat Sharpie, it's going to stand out. Like, it's really thick. And so for this, it works for the small subtle parts, but once I start to get to the big edges, it's going to look a lot different. So I think that's good, and I'll take care of the rest with a big Sharpie. That way it all starts to fit together. I may come back and thicken some of that up a little bit just because of this, and you'll see why in a second. So let's work on that dome. Let's do that. We're going to kind of go up a little bit and over and down just a bit, and it may not look perfect, but that's kind of the idea. In other words, I'm not just doing that. I've got kind of a plan. Alright, so I'm going to kind of go up, then go over, and then come down and touch there. So see, it's not perfectly round. I wanted kind of a bit of a shorter, a flatter edge up on top is what I was trying to say. Okay, so I'm going to reconnect up here, and I have more control pushing than pulling, so I'm going to push it up. I'm going to go up like this. Then I'm going to connect it and do this. And draw just like she's got like those big ears, not big ears, but the edges where her ears would be. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna pull on this side, and when I say pull and push, I'm just trying different techniques with the Sharpie from the way I normally do it. Okay, like that. All right, so I'm not gonna go too crazy. There's a lot of layers to that, but I don't want to go too crazy because again, I can only do so much with this Sharpie. So let's draw her neck like this, and before I loop it back around, I'm going to go ahead and draw her neck in like this, and then I'm going to loop it back around and stop like that. Make sense? Awesome. Alright, so let's do the rest of the collar coming down like this. I'm going to do both sides just so I keep it uniform and equal on both sides. I'm going to try to do the center equal. So again, it looks right on both sides. Come down. No, it's not down. That's to the side. Out to the side. I'm going to come up here to about right there. Same thing to about right there. Then kind of curve it around. All right. Okay, looks pretty good. So now, again, we're just going to pretty much draw anatomy. So she's got some shoulder pieces that are like this. And come down like that. So that means now we can connect this side here. Same thing, let's do this shoulder piece over here. Like that. Connect that edge there. And so now let's just draw her arms. It's, again, we're just drawing anatomy now. It's that simple. So I'm going to draw her arm like this. And stop right there. And the reason I did that bump is because she has like another glove level right there. So that's why I wanted to accent that. And she also has these wrist cuff things, which is why I did that. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that so you're not confused as to why I just stopped mid-drawing like that. So now I'm going to go ahead and draw the other side up. So I'm going to do up to the elbow, and then connect it there, and draw the arm to where I'm going to connect it here on the side of her body. And I should just go all the way down, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to do the arms first, and then we'll work our way down, okay? So since we're here, let's go ahead and finish his hand. She's got that piece that's on top of her, the top of her glove right there. Reconnect that, because I always have a tendency to forget to connect those. And now I'm just going to draw her hand, and I'm just going to follow my sketch like this. Let's see, the knuckle's going to be right there. There's that part of the hand. I like to do it like that just to get this fat piece, just to get a feel for it, like that. So now I'm just going to draw her finger like this. Her middle finger a little bit taller like that. The ring finger back behind it, and I'll go ahead and just bend the pinky in like this. And so now that's all we got to do for the hand. We're pretty much done. I'm going to add just a little bit of something, you know, just because there's so little there. And that just give it some texture, you know, just a little bit of creases. Creases and folds are my favorite thing to draw. So let's do this arm over here now. So we're going to do the exact same thing. We're just going to come down, and we're going to stop at where that glove, that part is going to be. Come back down to the elbow, down to the edge of this part. And I have this one a little bit longer because this one's got more of an angle. This one's straight out. So that means this piece is going to come down like that and then connect right about there. So that means I can connect this right about there. And then same thing, bring this up to the elbow to where that's going to connect like that. And then just draw the rest of the arm up here. But I'm going to work back because it's hard for me to push. I can pull much easier. So I'm going to work back to the arm like this. I'll go ahead and connect that right there. And again, do a few little creases and folds just to show that, you know, it's folded material. It's cloth. All right, so now again we're going to do that piece on top and draw her glove like this. And that's where it's going to connect. So now I can do the thumb, draw the finger like that. You can draw the middle finger like this, draw the ring finger in here, and go ahead and just draw the pinky like that. And that's all we're going to do for that. I'm just going to add again some folds to it, reconnect anything there, draw something like that because I have her finger kind of like that, so there's a little bit of fold there. Alright, so now again we're just drawing the body shape. Now there are designs in there from the suit that she's wearing, but I don't really want to do those. I kind of want to do that with color, so I may do a little something, but for now all we're really doing is drawing anatomy. So we're going to draw, see, her breasts are right there, so that means her rib cage is here, and again she's super thin, so from her waist we're going to draw her hips to her leg, which is out, bent. It's going to come down to the knee pad right there. Perfect. That's a little exaggerated, but I'm just kind of giving you an idea of what the anatomy is. So again, same thing, her breasts are right here, so that means her rib cage is coming in to her hip, to her thigh, down to her knee like that. And it's a little off to the side, but it's all right, you know. You learn your anatomy. Obviously, I still need to learn mine, you know? So that also means that her crotch is right there. So I'm going to come down with this leg, and I'm going to go past that part because that's where the knee pad's going to be. And this is where the boot's going to be. So let's do that knee pad so I don't confuse you as to where that is. But see, it's kind of floating at this angle. It wasn't quite hitting over here, so that's why I didn't do it. So there's where the boot's going to be. And let's just go ahead and draw that line so you're not confused. And let's do the other side here. So the back of her butt's back there, so it's going to come down, and right about there is where it's going to come back through, and you can finally see it. So there's the underside of her leg to the bend of her knee right there. Does that make sense? All right. So let's do that knee pad. That's just kind of connected. It's floating. It's not strapped on or anything like that. It's just on the suit. And so now I can draw the back of her leg to the boot, the front of the leg to the knee pad, like that. And so I can go ahead and do a few things here, like maybe this will help with her suit. So if I do like this, that'll help define a few features on her suit, like that. Okay, would that help you out? Awesome. Let's do one more. So she's got this look to it as well. And like that. And that's all we're going to do. We're not going to do much more because I want color to take care of the rest. All right, that'll break up at least the rest of it, because the rest of it kind of goes through here. And we'll go ahead and draw just a bit of an edge for her breasts, where again I want color to take care of it, but it's anatomy. Women have breasts, and you know, I'm going to put it in there. I'm not going to shy away. It's art, okay? There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to do her boots, and we're pretty close to being done. So we're just going to bring the boots down like this, edge, like that. And again, like I said, there's not a lot to do here because it's boots, you know? And this foot is pretty much straight at you like this. And so her toe is like that. Does that help you out? Okay, so this one I've got kind of bent back a little bit, so I'm going to do the back of the leg down here like this. There's the front of the boot. And there are little shapes in there, kind of almost like that, but again, I'm going to do that with color. I don't want to go crazy and draw everything. Let color stand out for some of it. So we're going to draw the top of the boot like that, and it does connect with little parts here, so we can kind of do something like that at least. So now I'm going to do the bottom of the foot like this, to the toe, to the front of the foot like that. And there is a tread, real thin. We'll just do that, just to give it something, you know? So that means we'll do it over here too, just to give it something. So, okay, so I want to do the rest with color. So that is Astro Assassin. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.